Hi, welcome to class. We're the only two right now, but the other ones will show up eventually, right? I hate my life. I hate my life.
And Professor Sunreis Productions!
Hello class, Professor Sunreis here. In today's replay analysis we have Brave Virtual World with this Invoked, branded DPE, maybe even Dogma. We didn't see it, but it would make total sense to play a Dogma engine in it. And this is like a quick replay analysis I wanted to give you guys for you. It's like the most special. It's just like a decent play where you could see what you want to do in a grind game, how you want to evaluate the opponent's hand in a grind game like that. But most importantly, I want to use this video as an announcement for you guys. Tomorrow there's going to be like a bigger video. I'm going to stream before that, so definitely check that out. The link is down in the description below. But overall, I just want to give you guys a heads up. If you are scared of Eldritch, don't be scared anymore, because tomorrow I'm going to do a big video on how to play against Eldritch, not only with Brave Virtual, but also in general what you want to keep in mind. So, without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave some feedback down in the comment section below, and if you have cool replays, send them to me. The email is also in the link down below in the description, and let's get right into the replay. So here we are in the replay. We are up against Nanocoms, who's at 706 rating. We are at 940. We cannot see it, or you guys cannot see it. We win at rock, paper, scissors. We have a 40 where there's 40. A well-known YouTuber would say, we gotta love to see it. Let's pause here for a second. We have Neon, Ash, Lulu, Gigi, Enchantress, and the opponent is on Branded Fusion, Alistair, Fusion Destiny, Droplets, and Talents, so they have 3 engine cards and 2 defensive cards. Both of these hands are insane, by the way. So in a hand like this, I'm a huge fan, of course, like you guys know, to keep the Enchantress if we have multiple virtual names, and we can get into the engine even when the first name gets Ash. But in a hand like this, we actually have pure gas. We have nothing we can easily discard. So we decide to go for the Enchantress first, just because we really want to use the Neon normal summon to get the Draco back, and then use the potential draw we get of the Charge Warrior as the discard for the Brave, for the Qinglong, so we don't waste any of our good cards in our hand as resources. So activate Enchantress, search right. This goes through, of course, no hand traps on the opponent, so we can just combo through, normal summon the Neon. We'll, of course, search the Draco back, and then we can activate the Adventure to, of course, search the Griffin Rider here, pitch Draco back re-equip, like we know it, the good old Brave engine, huh? Who hasn't grown tired of it yet? I still kind of like it. Not gonna lie, it's okay. So we used Lulu here, sending Chucha, activating Kowloon. Of course we can do that. Of course the opponent could be like smart and bait us into going for this route and then having no Qinglong access because they are ashing the second one, but we still have a Griffin. Like, we do this 100% of the time. There's no downside to this. So now we go for GG on the Qinglong, on anything, it doesn't really matter, and then sending the Qinglong, my bad. Why do we go for that? Good question, I don't even know. We probably want to, first we want to commit into a Crystal Ring line here, of course, and we want to set the Kowloon for that, and that means we don't have a name to go with the GG on. If we go for a Coral Dragon here, which we probably want to go for, yes, we go for a Coral Dragon, and then we use the Chucha on the GG, and then going for a Crystal Wing, like a Tzolk'in first, of course. Coral Dragon triggers here. We draw a Droplet, which is pretty good, though this is just going to end as a discard fodder for our Lao search of the Qinglong. So we set the Kowloon, trigger the Tzolk'in, getting ourselves a Crystal Wing, Kowloon, activate, get ourselves Chucha, Qinglong, pitch the Droplets, I would assume here. Yes, pitching Droplets, Lao on the Chucha, sending Qinglong for next turn, summoning the GG, Shen, Edface, Surge, Lulu. So, this is like the basic bread and butter combo we end on. We gotta love to see it. This is like a solid game one. Opponent draws a cold bind, which is like an insane. Look at this hand. This is completely insane, guys. So the opponent is going to Droplet us, pitching a Talents, pitching an Alistair, and pitching a Cult by the Grave. They're gonna regret that, huh? Going for 3, of course. I don't know why they didn't normal summon Alistair here. Like, it doesn't really matter though, right? I would have Crystal Winged on that, and then it would have happened the same thing. I guess you don't waste the normal summon there, but I don't know. They did it like that. Yeah, hitting those 3, of course. Of course, they cannot activate it from hand or from field because of Chanshan. Just wanted to make that clear. Opponent is going to Branded Fusion here. We decide to Ash this. Though it's obvious that it's not their only play. I think it's just ashing this. It doesn't really matter too hard what you ash here. It's obvious that it's not their only play, because if they only have Branded Fusion, they're not going to break this board. But then what is the next thing is going to be a Fusion Destiny, which is the thought process, right? Which like the next, like an Nadir Servant. Like no single card here wins them the game, so the opponent is not going even to activate the Fusion Destiny, just so that we don't know for sure it's there. We definitely think there's like Invoked, there's Branded, there's probably going to be a DPE in there sometimes. So game 2, opponent is a token collector, that's pretty good. With 2 other hand traps, Ash, Veiler, Fallen of Albas, which is like okay, I guess. It's not really that good, now that I think about it, it's pretty bad. And 1 Fusion Destiny, so they do have the engine. So to activate Fusion Destiny, we have no way to counter that. We have Lily, Double Draw, Ghost Spell, and Lulu, so that's not a bad hand. The Double Draw kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Enforcer comes out, and that's a pass. We draw for turn at Chucha, which does nothing. We just passed turn here. We could have used Lulu and on Lily, like normal Lulu and then Lily, but the opponent was just gonna Enforcer, and then we would get nothing out of it. We still have a draw for next turn, so we do hit his Celestial Draw if he gets it alive, which you probably won't. And we hit like most of the engines, and we do have the 1 Ghost Spell against the DP, which of course goes to the graveyard because of the Fusion Destiny restriction. So we can just Ghost Spell that, so we get rid of that while keeping the Lulu in hand, and we still have enough disruption against the opponent to stay in the game. They are drawing talents, so they have nothing. And with a top deck Lala, we get to play the game now, which is like pretty good. Normal Summon Lulu, we activate Lily first, just to bait an Ash here, though it can hurt us because we have no non-tuner access for now. It's usually the safe bet because it does set up the graveyard quite fine. We send Queen on Chuchi here, of course. You could argue that you don't want to send a Chuchi here. We already have that in hand, so it's kind of iffy. Lulu can be hard to resolve, but with Chuchi in hand, we actually don't need to go for Lulu here. We can just search the last name we want is then a Lao Lao, not a Lao Lao, sorry, a Gigi, because we have everything Lulu would set up us for anyways. So just sending the Chuchi here seems like a good thing, and also it does give us better versatility if we get disrupted. I think we are going to, yeah, we activate Kringlong here. This will get Ash. This seems like a very bad Ash, not only card advantage wise, but also tempo wise. Because we already normal, you can just Ash any name which we search, and then hit us on the, because we cannot normal it, so there's like no real punishment of it. You just give me a free card in hand, which of course isn't really too bad, because I would have probably pitched a draw like 100% of the time. But yeah, it is what it is. We go for a Beatrice here. This is like a little greedy, because we have no Lao Lao access, but I think we just did that because we were thinking there are like a shit ton of hand traps on the opponent. Of course, the opponent throws the Veil on this, which seems really bad. I think we should have just gone for a Crystal Wing here, though we would have ate a Veil on that anyways. This does seem like a correct play. Now that I think about it, this is definitely the correct play, because we are thinking there's like a shit ton of hand traps because the opponent does not play whatsoever, and the deck only runs bricks, hand traps, and starters. Like basically any deck. But if the opponent is not playing, they just have hand traps or bricks. And if they have bricks, we automatically win. Doesn't matter what we do. And if they have hand traps, we need to play around those properly. And Beatrice is like very good, because if the first one gets stuck, we can just sit on that or go for a Zeus depending on how threatened we feel. And then in the next turn we can still send an Enchantress or whatever we want. So we go for Beatrice here. We attack, and we then just keep the Lao Lao as follow up. And then we decide to just set the Chucha because we do have it alive, though it's not the strongest in this matchup. It's still enough, and because we do have that, we decide to not go for a Zeus, because we can use Chucha as a disruption and then have draw plus the follow-up we have to hopefully win the next turn. The opponent is drawing an Alistair, so that's pretty good. We don't have something against that currently. They are deciding to normal summon Fallen of Albas, pitching the token collector. That's the free pitch, of course. Why did they decide to go for that? Because they probably want to get rid of the Beatrice and go for an Mirror Jade. I mean, yeah, that's also like engine and it's free card adventure with the token collector. It is knowledge though with Beatrice on the field. We can decide not to send an Enchantress and maybe send something differently here. But overall, yeah, I guess it's an okay play now that I think about it. We are going to chain the Beatrice here and then we are going to chain Chucha on that. Actually, this gives us perfect Chucha value because other than that, this doesn't really have too much value in this matchup. And then we shuffle those back, resolve, kill the Albaz, and then Beatrice sends a Quinglong. We decided to send a Quinglong here because the opponent has shown us a token collector. Like I said, guys, this is free value you don't need to give the opponent. And with the Quinglong set, we are pretty ready for next turn. The opponent is going to Talents for draw. Drawing token collector droplet. We decide to draw in on that because we have to. It is an iffy draw because a lot of times the opponent, like in this case, is not going to do anything here. But I was thinking, okay, maybe the opponent is on an idea servant and we really don't want that to happen. They are setting one droplet and are passing turn. Right? Yes. We draw for turn Enchantress, which of course doesn't do anything yet because of Token Collector, but we do have an Chucha, which can out the Token Collector. So we are probably going to, start with the Quinglong, pitching the Enchantress, which is like a 3+, gotta love to see it. Hitting the Lulu, or getting the Lulu, my bad. Lulu on Chucha, this can resolve probably here, because we have everything in deck which we want. Sending a Quinglong, giving ourselves a GG, summoning the Lulu. GG probably on Lulu next. Yeah, GG on Lulu. Sending a Chucha. Yes, we sending a Chucha here. And now we have everything which we want. We go for Charge Warrior. Opponent is going to droplet the Charge Warrior. Holy shit, I didn't remember that. That seems very bad. But they don't know that we have the Lao Lao, so yeah, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense. You definitely don't droplet the Charge Warrior here. Lao Lao get the GG because we sent the Neon. We are allowed to summon it. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you noticed, or don't even know if I uploaded a video, like a replay with this play. But if you use GG to send a Neon, you are not actually allowed to summon the Neon. I just learned this recently. With Lao Lao, it's still legal because Lao Lao says this card, then you can special summon, and then actually means that these effects don't happen simultaneously. I thought, and if you do, means that these effects don't happen simultaneously, because, and if you do, kinda in my world meant that it happens because you already did that. But that's just problem solving card text for you guys. And if you do means effects happen simultaneously, and it then means it don't. So guys, don't be stupid like your good old Professor Sunreis and don't summon Neon, a Neon which you sent off a GG. It's not a legal play. It happened to me. I did it a lot, not gonna lie. Not a lot, like a few times. You usually send it with Lalo, but it does happen. Anyways, we summoned all those things. We are not playing around in Nip here, but at this point we don't have the luxury to do that because we have no way to do something here. We just want to get the right to actually go for the Crystal Wing, so we can play around that. And we win the duel at this point because we are going to set up a Crystal Wing and then go full Brave Engine after that. So this is a quick replay analysis for you guys. Tomorrow you can have a very good video for yours. I'm preparing it right now. Doing a video on how to play against Eldritch, not only with Brave Virtual World, but also most importantly some basic tips against Eldritch. And I'm also going to do this type of video for all the meta matchups which are currently represented in the meta. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss those very informative videos. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. Professor Sunreis out. Peace. Of course, you guys are dismissed.